Hello, I'm Paul from Bezla. To ensure that a hotel investment is sound and prudent, all details including financial and management terms and the immediate and long-term project concerns must be considered prior to investing in a project. So in this program, I'm going to summarize 10 of the key due diligence concerns to be addressed when considering purchasing or investing. First, the investment structure. This complex factor is critical to consider. Independent of the integrity of the project itself, considerations including the strength of the management team, development and success fees, disbursements, and the scope of management discretion can all impact the viability of the project for both developers and investors. Secondly, existing contracts and licenses. Often, purchase and sale contracts require that existing contracts be terminated unless the buyer agrees to assume these. Existing franchise agreements, liquor licenses, service contracts, and equipment leases may be advantageous or detrimental to a buyer. The assumption or termination of a contract or license right may incur substantial costs in both time and money. These issues may be negotiated during the agreement, but remain key aspects of the due diligence process. Thirdly, employment concerns. Buyers do not want to inherit the seller's liability risks or employee contract commitments. There may be statutory requirements imposing stiff penalties for early termination of employees. These matters are usually provided for in the purchase agreement and are key concerns to be addressed in both the contract negotiations and during due diligence. Fourth, environmental, water and utility considerations. As clean air and water limitation concerns continue to grow in prominence, they assume increasing importance in the valuation, operation and income generation of properties. Accordingly, site assessments related to these matters are becoming increasingly important in the analysis of project feasibility and financing. Fifth, structural and retrofit concerns. Throughout California, seismic risk analysis has become an increasing concern and has led to retrofit mandates throughout the state, resulting in certain projects being unfinanceable. These concerns can substantially impact on the availability of franchise brands and the costs of meeting mandated PIPs imposed by those brands. Sixth, SBA energy incentives. The Small Business Administration Lending Program encourages for-profit business owners to go green through the installation of energy efficiency building hardware or renewable energy systems. Installing renewable energy systems can provide access to virtually unlimited borrowing potential at below market lending rates with the SBA's 504 lending program. 7. Title concerns. Buyers frequently pay little attention to exceptions stated in a title commitment or fail to read the supporting documents. If not reviewed carefully, these exceptions to the title can result in unanticipated rights of way, easement and access concerns affecting the project. To ensure a successful acquisition, it is key to understand the distinction in coverage between a CLTA and an ALTA onus policy, as well as available endorsements to the title policy. 8. Location potential. Many factors can enhance or destroy the long-term viability of a hotel, including long-term economic prospects, culture, projected population, business changes, and potential competition. Defining these long-term concerns through a feasibility study is a critical consideration for buyers in an environment where apparent stability can give way to rapid and unanticipated shifts. 9th, franchise versus boutique. The attractiveness of a franchise brand depends on several factors: location, competition, costs, and operational and property improvement plan requirements. Some operators feel that while gross income operating as a boutique may be lower, operating without the costs associated with a brand results in lower costs and a higher net income. 10th, timing. Sellers generally want a shorter due diligence period and for the buyer's earnest money deposit to become non-refundable at the earliest possible date. However, often a time extension is required to address the complexity of issues arising during the due diligence process. It is therefore prudent to incorporate provision for an extension to the due diligence period by adding an additional amount to the earnest money deposit or allowing for a partial release of funds on the deposit. This analysis also applies to a right to extend the closing date if the need arises. If Bezla could help with your hotel marketing, visit our website at bezla.com or call us on 888 999 8086. Thank you for watching today.